kind of dread making these kind of videos because it kind of seems like I attack people's belief system, but really I'm just speaking my mind. So I'm not gonna say too much in this video. I'm gonna let a clip that I found, a video that I found that basically speaks for myself and for other people that agree with me. And you know, like I said, don't believe everything I say. Listen and then come up with your own conclusion. Stop believing everything you hear or read. I'm gonna say one more thing and then I'm gonna just cut straight to the video. So basically, when I was younger, I'd say like 6, 7 years old, I was really confused about God, and going to church did not help. I was even more confused because, I mean, a lot of questions I had weren't answered. It was more like just, oh, look, read this in the Bible, and then, yeah, that's your answer. Still didn't answer shit for me. And, you know, there's people that grow up going to church, and they just consume everything that they're hearing and just automatically grow up to think that is what it is. Me, I was different from other 6, 7-year-old kids. It was more so when I went to church as a kid, I was just so I felt how divided I was. I felt so separated from everybody else. And like, I was just so different because as a kid, it was like I was questioning shit other kids weren't questioning at 6, 7 years old. You feel me? It was like, I don't know, bro. I just knew I was different. I just knew. And I'm not saying that to try to make myself seem so holy. Not holy. What the fuck? So, like, beyond this shit. But I'm just being real. At 6, 7 years old, I was questioning shit that other 6, 7-year-old kids were not questioning. You know? But yeah, I'm gonna let a clip play, and then that's just gonna be this video. And this video is gonna end this whole God shit, because I don't really like making these kind of videos, you know what I'm saying? But it has to be, my words, my thoughts has to be put out, because I'm not gonna just act like I don't know what the fuck, you know, like what the fuck is happening and what the fuck I know, I guess. I don't know what to say really. But anyways, go ahead and watch this video, watch the clip. You get me? I'm out.
And because I love y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, whether y'all receive it or not. Christianity was forced on us by the sword. We are the children of Israel. The way they set it up for us to follow traditions. And if you look at the traditions that we follow today, it's not the way God ordained it. You understand? The Roman Catholic Church has been lying to us. We are the children of Israel. Christianity is a facade. Repent and keep God's commandments. That's all I got to say to you. Listen, according to the Bible, Christ was supposed to die 3 days and 3 nights. You cannot get 3 days and 3 nights from Friday to Sunday. Wake up, y'all. The Bible says it's high time to wake out of sleep.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
I take authority. I take authority over every demonic force.
Ain't no demonic force here.
In the name of Jesus. God is not the author of confusion.
Believe that.
In the name of Jesus.
So you can tell me what you follow in the Bible.
So we're going to have to ask you to leave. So we're going to have to ask you to come on, people of God. Put your hands together.
See, this is what blows my mind. I can show you burial sites of people that date back 8, 9, 10,000 years. I can't show you one burial site of one person mentioned in the Bible. Not just Jesus, none of them. You can't find David's burial sites. You can't find Ezekiel's burial site, Jeremiah's burial site, Daniel's burial site, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, none of them. The Bible says that they don't know where Moses is buried. I'll tell you why. Because there was no Moses.
Church, and look, Christ said wherever house you go into, that they don't receive your word, kick the dust on your feet. Glory to the Father. They will listen to what I try to tell them. Glory to the Father. Talking about he rebuked me in the name of Christ. Our people still asleep. Christianity has made our people stupid. Straight up.
Archaeology experts have found absolutely no evidence whatsoever that Hebrew Jews lived as slaves in Egypt or of their exodus from Egypt. The plain truth is that Moses didn't lead Hebrew slaves out of Egypt any more than Charlton Heston did. There is not one shred of archaeological evidence for the existence of Moses or of any of the Bible's main cast of Hebrew characters, from Abraham to Jacob to Joseph to King David to King Solomon.
Abraham. No direct archaeological evidence according to Time, December 18, 1995. Isaac. No direct archaeological evidence according to Time, December 18, 1995. Jacob. No direct archaeological evidence. Joseph. No direct archaeological evidence. Period of the Exodus. No direct archaeological evidence. Moses. No direct archaeological evidence.
There is, however, plenty of evidence for the existence of Egyptian pharaohs who these biblical characters are based on. The Bible's Old Testament has carefully covered up the connection between the Egyptian pharaohs and the Hebrew patriarchs by mixing up historical facts with myths and legends.
Many religious people find this scripture impossible to receive. It's from Galatians 4:24. It's talking about Abraham. Now, if you don't know who Abraham is, he is at the very top of the bloodline of Jesus. So Jesus comes directly from the bloodline and genealogy of Abraham. All right, so let's look into it and see what it says. 24 says, these things serve as illustrations, for the women represent two covenants. Illustration means a picture illustrating a book or newspaper. The synonym says visual aid, okay? Image. Allegory, a story, a poem, or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, typically a moral or political one. The synonyms are parable, analogy, metaphor, symbol or symbolism, emblem. You will have people saying an allegory can be a real story, but look up examples of allegories. All of them are fictional. Look up examples of allegories in literature. All of them are fictional. In fact, an allegory is a story that requires a narrative, okay, with symbolism to teach you a different story. It is not true at all. Those who say be careful which version or translation you read, I'm going to read pretty much every one of them. New International Version says these things are being taken figuratively. New Living Translation says these two women serve as illustration. English Standard Version says, now this may be interpreted allegorically. Berean Study Bible says these things serve as illustration. Berean Literal Bible says which things are allegorized. New American Standard Bible, this is allegorically speaking. King James Bible, which things are an allegory. Holman Christian Standard Bible, these things are illustrations. International Standard Version, this being said as an allegory. Net Bible, these things may be treated as an allegory. New Heart English Bible, these things contain an allegory. Bible 2000 Standard Version, which things have an estimate, allegorized. I'm hoping that this is crystal clear for us. These things are an allegory and not to be taken literal. The Bible itself even says that they are allegory. Listen, family, we fight, we argue, we cut each other off over this literature. This literature that we accepted as children, not even examining it to prove it to be true. And now we argue about it. This literature is destroying our families. Why don't we just let it go? It is not historical. No Moses, no Jesus, none of these characters, no Abraham. If we stood for each other and protected one another, the way we stand for this literature and the characters in these books, our problems would be instantly over. Think about that.
Because there's a difference between Africans and black people in America. Where they from? Where they from? Who? From oh, so he might be an African. Okay?
Say that again?
My mom is from Mali and my father's from Ghana, and I'm born here.
Now, I got you. You was born here. Do you see him as your brother?
If he was,
as your little brother?
If he was born here?
No, we ain't dealing with ifs. He already told you where he from. Where you from?
Mali and Ghana.
He from Mali and Ghana. Beautiful, smart young brother. Is this your people?
No. Not if he's an African. If he's an African.
Come on, brother.
Whoa, why am I not?
See, now do you see the danger in that teaching, brother?
That just puts a line between us. That's not uniting us. That's pushing us apart.
You come from Hamites. Y'all come from Africans. We come from Shemites. So even though we got similar skin tone, it don't make us the same people.
But also, before I told you I was African, we made a connection. And right before that connection, after I told you African, that connection just broke between me and you.
We still dealing with the same connection that we had, which was knowledge. We wasn't connecting as far as you being this. I said you was a very intelligent brother. Now, after I found out you was African, did I say you was intelligent or unintelligent?
You said I was intelligent, but not your brother. And also, you said we all us black people need to become one. And if we all become one, that means us too. Cause listen,
If I bring my brother, this is my little brother. If I bring my brother with me to the cookout, can he get in with me?
No.
You mean to tell me you wouldn't let this brother in the cookout, brother? Look at it. Come on, Tazaria. This is the poison of that book. This is what we're talking about, of the poison of that Bible, brother.